Now, before going ashore in Bombay or Mumbai, it was the final of the ship boat building competition. Two teams of passengers have been scavenging around the ship, using whatever they could find really, to build two floating things. Boats isn't perhaps the right word for them. There were tests. The boats both had to float, and they also had to carry beer cans, and whoever floated and carried the most beer cans won. Well, this one was a triumph of design over functionality. Didn't carry very many, but the other one had a couple. This was the test, the bombing test. As you can see, the boat on the left survived, captain looking admiringly. The boat on the right, well, here we go. And over she goes. So it was a clear victory, I think, for the smaller boat. There's the builders team doing theirs. And let's hear it for the losers. Fine performance. And hang on a minute, who's this idiot?
Sorry about this, but I misheard. I thought you said build a goat.
Well, it's the last morning of the cruise. We're sailing into Bombay or Mumbai. The funny thing is, we're about 2 miles from the harbour, and I can smell it. Well, I think I can. It's sort of an exhausty kind of a smell, like you get when you're stuck behind a bus in traffic. I don't know whether it's the cargo ships, because there are a lot of them about, but I think it's the city itself, which is a bit worrying. Still, we'll see. I'm looking forward to it. Before they let anybody ashore, the officialdom kicks in, so every passenger on the ship and every member of the crew has to present themselves to an immigration officer to sort of check that you're who you are. Rules is rules, and officials are officials. We'll see what happens.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. We have information now from the immigration officer that we are ready to proceed with the interfacing with the immigration authorities, and all guests on deck 4, and only deck 4 at this time, please proceed to the bar. From there you will be guided to the tables, and with your passports, ladies and gentlemen, and the procedure will begin.
$16 million people in the city.
And how many taxis?
70,000.
Traffic's mad. There's actually no tuk-tuks in Bombay. They're banned from the city because that would put another something like 100,000 vehicles on the streets. This is the city laundry. It's a fantastic place. 4,500 people working in here. All the laundry from all the little laundry shops all over Mumbai comes into here. It's washed and ironed. It's 20 rupees, which is about 30 pence for a shirt and trousers, which are washed and ironed. Apparently the quality is better than any laundrette you'll find at home. The astonishing thing is that apparently in all its history they've never lost a piece. So the washing is done out here, as you can see, and in these looks like a shanty behind it, but that's where they do the ironing. At least they've got nice weather for it. And all the washing and ironing is done by men because it's such hard work. Here's the 842 from Basingstoke. You see them all hanging out of the doors there. It's not actually always because the train is so full. They're just doing it for the breeze. This is Mahatma Gandhi's house in one of the posh suburbs, actually. It could be a street in Kensington, this. It's quite calm and restful. But wherever you go in Bombay, there's the noise of the car hooters and everything. And you're not very far away from people living like this. Despite how it looks, it actually felt very safe. This is called the Hanging Gardens. It's actually built over the top of the city waterworks. It's quite a restful oasis. how smartly the kids are turned out. They take great pride in making sure that however they live, if the kid goes to school, his uniform is absolutely immaculate all the time. I never realised before that Mumbai actually has a beach, and this is a huge beach too. It's free. The sand is actually very lovely, very soft. But one thing that the taxi driver just told me is don't go in the sea. Apparently you have to go very far from the city to go in the water because he says the water is not safe. This is Crawford Market. It reminds me of the bazaars that you see in places like Istanbul. But it's mostly fruit and vegetables and spices. All the sensations hit you when you walk into here, the colour and the smells of all the produce. And it's bustling and lively. It was a great place to have a walk around. It's mostly wholesale actually, not really selling to the public. But they were quite amused by the tourists going around with their cameras. I don't think they ever expected us to buy a cucumber or anything. Some of the architecture, that's the Royal Opera House. It looks a bit rough and ready now, like around in its time. And this used to be called Victoria Station. The station was called Victoria Station.
Yeah.
But it's now got some other name.
Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Terminus.
That flows off the tongue nicely, doesn't it? I was going to say back out to the suburbs, but we're not in the suburbs, we're right in the city centre here. And a lot of people are quite living like this. Apparently, according to that taxi driver, there is proper sort of council housing available, but not in the city, and people actually choose to live in the slums because they can actually make more money from doing whatever they do. A lot of it actually involves begging. Than going out to sort of proper properties, but they won't make their money. I bought one of these flutes for 100 rupees and then left it in the taxi. There's also the seedy side of Bombay. This is the gateway to India. This monument was put up when King George V and Queen Mary visited. It's also where the last British troops to leave India in 1947 paraded off and left the country. And that's the Taj Mahal Hotel, which was the subject of the terrorist attack. But you can see they've boarded up the windows basically, and they're working on the inside to get it fixed. Great building there. So it's bye-bye to Bombay or Mumbai, and it's bye-bye to the Silver Wind, my home for the best part of the last couple of weeks. It's been a fabulous cruise around what really is incredible India. I'd never been here before. I'm full of memories and pictures, and it's been superb. I hope you've enjoyed the videos. Now it's back onto the ship, one last meal, and then the plane back to Heathrow. It's been worth it. Thoroughly enjoyed it.